Hello my dear students, this is Akash Silvan. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I am going to do Mathematics for Class 9 Number System Exercise 1.6. Actually this exercise is been recommended by one of my subscribers, so that's why I am doing here. So even you guys also who are watching this video, if you find any concept irrespective of the grades, if you find any concepts to be tough, you can just let me know in the comment section. I will definitely do that video and I will make that video in a very easy way. So let me know in the comment section if you have any video that I have to be taught in an easy way. So be free to ask any doubts. With that good start, let us start my video. First one, find 64 power 1 by 2. So I have to evaluate how much is 64 power 1 by 2. So you all know that 64 is called as base, 1 by 2 is called as exponent, or it is also called as power. So let me split this 64 into many factors using prime factorization method, which you are familiar. So let me divide the 64 with the least factor called 2. So how to check whether a number is divisible by 2 or not? Just by checking their units place. If the units place has a number called 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, which is nothing but an even number, then that number would be divisible by 2. So let me divide the 64 by 2. 2 3s are 6, 2 2s are 4. Again we have 32, use units place is 2, which is an even number. Again I can divide this number by 2. 2 1s are 2, look here carefully everyone, 2 1s are 2, but I have here 3. So we have one number extra, correct? Between 2 and 3, I have one number extra, so that one will be carried to the next digit. So now it's not a 2, now it is 12. So now 2 6s are 12. Again 2 8s are 16. Then it's very easy. 2 4s are 8, 2 2s are 4, 2 1s are 2. Stop. Until I get 1, I have to continue my prime factorization method. So I can write 64 as what? 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. 2 into 2 into 2, that is 2 multiplied 6 times, correct? 2 multiplied how many times? 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I write this as 2 power 6? Yes, absolutely. So 64, I can write it as 2 power 6. So coming back to this question again, 64 power 1 by 2. I have resolved 64 into their factors. So 64 in place of 64, I am just going to write 2 power 6. But I have another exponent called 1 by 2. Now look this carefully. Can anyone say what is the base? Yes, 2 is the base, right? What is the exponent or what is the power? 6 and 1 by 2. We have two exponents for this. What if we have two exponents? So we have a law of exponent that states a power m into n. A power m whole power n. This is pronounced as a power m whole power n. See, a is a base where m and n are two exponents. Whenever we have two exponents, that can be evaluated just by writing the base and just by multiplying the two exponents what we have. Just multiplying the two exponents, we will be getting our answer. So similarly, 2 is the base, which I am writing as it is. We have two exponents, m is 6, correct? N is 1 by 2. So what I will be doing according to the law of exponent, I will be multiplying those two exponents. So 6 and 1 by 2, you just multiply. So it's very easy now. 2 1s are 2, 2 3s are 6. So what is left over? 3 into 1, correct? 3 into 1 is 3. So now we have 2 cube, which I can write it as 2 into 2 into 2. 2 multiplied 3 times, 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, correct? So 64 power 1 by 2 is nothing but 8. Easy, right? So let me do this second one also. 32 power 1 by 5. Same step. Take the base and find the factors using prime factorization method. Since the units place is a even number, you can divide it by 2. 2 1s are 2, but we have 3. So carry one number. Now it is 12. 6 are, 8 are, 4 are, 2 are, 1 are. So 32 can be expressed as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 power 5. 2 multiplied 5 times. So coming back to this question, 32 power 1 by 5. In place of 32, I am going to write 2 power 5. So 2 power 5 whole power 1 by 5. I can apply the law, right? A power m whole power n. As per the law, it states that we can multiply the two exponents. So 2 power 5 into 1 by 5. So cancel the denominator and numerator 5. We are left over with 2 power 1. 2 power 1 is nothing but 2. Means 2 power 1 is nothing but only 2. Thirdly, 125. Again, you resolve 125 into different factors. Listen here carefully. Here the units place is 5, which is not an even number. So we can't divide 125 by 2. Whether in 3, let me check. If I put 3, what happens? 3 4s are 12. 5 will not come in 3 ones are table, so we will be getting a decimal. So obviously 3 is not completely, 125 is not completely divisible by 3. So now take the next number 4. Again, if I take 4 3s are 12, then I have 5 is not a multiple of 4. Again, 125 is not a divisible of 4. So take a next number 5. See, if it is divisible by 5, you check the units place. If the units place is 5 or 0, then that number would be obviously divided by 5. So 5 2s are 10, but I have here 12. So 2 number differ. So take that 2, 25. 25, 5 5s are 25. Again 5 5s are 25. 5 1s are 5. So 125 I can write it as 5 into 5 into 5, which is nothing but 5 cube. So in place of 125, what I can write? I can write 5 cube. So write 125 in place of 125, 5 cube, 1 by 3. Apply the law of exponent a power m whole power n, a power m into n. Will be just multiplying the products. 5 power 3 into 1 by 3, 3 gets cancelled. So 5 power 1 is the answer. Let me go with the second one. Next one, we have 9. So resolve 9 into their factors. 3 3s are 9, 3 1s are 3. So 9 is nothing but 3 square, correct? 3 multiplied 2 times. In place of 9, I am writing 3 square, whole power 3 by 2. Apply the law, 2 into 3 by 2. See, all time you have to mention the law. This law you please mention because it carries some marks. So 2 and 2 gets cancelled. So 3 cube is the answer. 3 cube is nothing but 3 multiplied 3 times. 3 3s are 9. 9 3s is 27. So 9 power 3 by 2 yields 27. Similarly, 32. Just now we have founded the prime factors for 32, right? That is 2 power 5. Correct? So 32 is nothing but 2 power 5. So in place of 32 you write 2 power 5 whole power 2 by 5. We have two exponents, multiply those exponents, 5 gets cancelled. We have 2 square is nothing but 4. Next, 16. 16 is a perfect square as 4 square, right? 16 is a perfect square of 4. So 16 is nothing but 4 square, whole power 3 by 4. Or if not, please do the prime factor. No, nothing wrong there. 2 8s are 16, 2 4s are 8, 2 2s are 4, 2 1s are 2. 2 power 4 you will be getting. Or 4 square is also correct. Okay, better you take 2 power 4 only. Better you take 2 power 4 only, because if I take 2 power 4 only, cancellation is easy. Correct? So multiply this exponent 4 into 3 by 4. Yes, 4 gets cancelled. So 2 cube is nothing but 2 multiplied 3 times. 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8. Yes, better don't take 4 square. If we take 4 square, we won't be getting the answer in a single step like this. Now 125, just now I resolved the 125 into their factors, that is 5 cube. So let me write 125 as 5 cube whole power minus 1 by 3. Be very careful, one of the exponent is minus. So apply the law, just multiply this 3 into minus 1 by 3. So 3 and 3 gets cancelled. So we are left over with 5 power minus 1. So how to change a negative exponent into positive exponent? It's very simple. Just what are you going to do means, you are just going to write the whole number in the denominator, including the exponent. Okay, so we have 5 power minus 1, but you write 5 power plus 1, retaining the numerator as 1. So 5 power minus 1, I can write it as 1 by 5 power plus 1. It's very easy. Suppose if I write 2 power minus 4, how do I convert this negative exponent into a positive exponent? Just writing numerator as 1. In place of denominator, you write the entire number with the positive exponent. This is how you will be converting there. So third main, let me do. Third main, we have 2 power 2 by 3 dot 2 power 1 by 5. Dot represents multiplication. So we have a law of exponent called a power m dot a power n. See, look here carefully. Whenever we have two same or equal bases with different exponent, I will repeat. Whenever I have two same bases and different exponents, then we can simplify this by writing the two same base ones and adding the exponents m plus n. This is a very important law of exponent. See, be very careful. If the bases are same only, I can add the exponents. The exponents might be different. That doesn't matter here. But the base should be same. Look here. What is the base here? 2. What is the base here? 2. What is the exponent? 2 by 3. What is the exponent here? 1 by 5. The bases are same. So I can apply this law. So according to this law, what it says? 2. I can write A separately. M plus n. I can add these exponents. 2 by 3 plus 1 by 5. Let me add the exponents separately here. 2 by 3 plus 1 by 5. See, the denominators are different. Whenever denominators are different, you will be suggested to do or to take the LCM. 3 ones are 3. 5 as it is. 5 ones are 5. Take this one as it is. 1 and 1. Until we get 1 and 1, we should go on doing. Whatever we get here, you just multiply. So LCM is 3 into 5. Which is nothing but 15. Once we got the LCM, multiply this number also with the LCM, this number also with the LCM. Can we cancel the denominator and the LCM? Yes. 3 ones are 3, 3 5s are 15. 5 ones are 5, 5 3s are 15. So what we have here? 2 5s are 10. Next what we have here? Plus 1 3s are 3. Whole divided by the LCM, what I got? 15. This is the step where usually the students goes wrong. They will just write 2 5s are 10 and 1 3s are 3 and they will just add and they will forget to write the denominator. So the denominator is 15 because the LCM is 15. Whatever the LCM we get, that we have to retain it as a denominator. So 10 plus 3 is 13 by 15. So the answer is what? 2 power 13 by 15 is the answer. Let me go with the second one now. Yeah, this is a very easy one. You just multiply the exponent to the numerator as well as to the denominator. So what is the exponent here? Base is 1. Exponent is, if they don't mention any exponent, you assume it as 1. Here the base is 3, exponent is 3. So you multiply the whole exponent to the numerator exponent as well as to the denominator exponent. So let me write 1 power 1 into 7. Okay, this exponent I am multiplying here, as well as 3 power 3 into 7. I am multiplying this exponent also here. So 1 into 7 is 7. 3 into 7 is 21. So the answer is 1 power 7 by 3 power 21. Let me go with the third one. Level power 1 by 2 whole divided by level power 1 by 4. Look at the question properly. We have another law called A power m divided by A power n. It says A power m minus n. All of you look here carefully. Whenever I have same base, two same bases with two different exponents for them, and the operator involved is division, I can subtract the exponents. See the difference here in the first case. Two same bases with different exponent, but multiplication sign was there. If it has multiplication sign, add the exponent. Here, two same bases, but it has division sign. So if it has division sign, you just subtract the exponents. I will repeat again. If you have same base and different exponent, if you have a division symbol, you just subtract the exponents. Okay. So let me write. So A power m minus n. A is level, right? Same base is level. You just subtract the exponent. 1 by 2 minus 1 by 4. So subtract the exponent separately somewhere. 1 by 2 minus 1 by 4. Look at the denominator. Denominators are not same. So find the LCM of 2 and 4. 2 1s are 2. 2 2s are 4. 2 1s are 2. Keep this 1 again. So stop. Multiply this. 2 2s are 4. So LCM is 4. So multiply 4 here. Multiply 4 here. 2 1s are 2. 2 2s are 4. Can we cancel here? Yes. 4 1s are 4. 4 1s are 4. 1 2s are 2. Next we have minus. 1 1s are 1. By the LCM, what I got? LCM is 4. So 2 minus 1 by 4. What is 2 minus 1? 2 minus 1 is 1 by 4. So I will be getting level power 1 by 4 as my final answer. Getting on with the last one, that is fourth one says, in this case, you just look at the bases. Are the bases same? No. Only if the bases are same, I can apply the law. What if the law says? When the bases are same, I can add the different exponent. But in this case, we have different bases, but multiplication sign is there, but we have different bases. Look at the exponents, guys. The exponents are same. So we have another law. Whenever we have two different bases with same with same base with the multiplication sign in between, I can simplify it just by multiplying the bases a into b, retaining the exponent m only one time. I will repeat again. When the bases are different and the exponents are same, and if we have multiplication sign in between, I can multiply the bases like this, retaining the exponent only once. Remember, when the bases are same and if we have different exponent and if we have a multiplication sign, retain the base only once and add the exponent. But here, if the bases are different and the same exponent with the multiplication sign, multiply. I am not using the word add. We have to multiply the bases and retain the exponent once. So in this case, we are going to apply this law of exponent. Please mention the law always towards your right hand side because it carries mark. So same exponent we have. So I am just going to multiply the different base, 7 into 8, and retain the exponent only once. What is 7 8s are? 7 8s are is 56, right? 56 power 1 by 2. Okay, so conclude your answer like this. Okay students, thank you for your patiently listening. If you want any such doubts or any doubts, it might be maths, it might be social, or any subject you are struggling, please be asked so that I can make the next video. And make a note, every Tuesday you can expect at least one video from my channel Akash Selvan. So please do subscribe and stay connected. Be safe and be healthy. Thank you for everyone.